Hello colleagues, welcome back to our Friday 5 and 5. Let's get straight to it. The first thing I'm going to talk about is when I walk around the school and I go and visit colleagues' learning spaces, sometimes I see the SmartBoard, like the black lines down the side of the SmartBoard, and they've not sort of maximized the image that's on the SmartBoard. And that's because the size, the aspect ratio of the SmartBoard is 16:9, but your laptop is actually a 4:3. So you can change something on your laptop. You only need to do this once, and it will maximize the real estate on your SmartBoard. So I'm just going to use Windows M, which is a keyboard shortcut to minimize everything. I'm going to right click on the desktop, and I'm going to go to Display Settings. On Display Settings, your laptop screen will have the default settings. You can see here's my laptop screen number 1. I scroll down, and the default settings are 1920 by 1200. Just knock it down to the next one, and you'll see my screen went to the 16:9 ratio. And if you look at your SmartBoard, it will maximize the size on the screen for the SmartBoard. I'm going to click Keep Changes, and away I go. When I disconnect my SmartBoard, your laptop will go back to maximize the screen as well. Okay, next for me is Copilot. Now, again, when I sit with colleagues and we're working on things and they're thinking, right, okay, where was that? Was it in an Outlook message, or was it in a Teams chat, or was it in a file? And they go to all of these different places. Now, what you should do is try and change the habit of searching in individual apps and just go to one app, and that app is Copilot. When you're in Copilot, and if you're lucky enough to have a new laptop this year, there's a dedicated Copilot button on your keyboard. You press it and it will launch this app, but I have it down here. And when you click on the Copilot button, hopefully, let me click on it again, there we go. You can see here, you can do chats and go to all these different things. But one of the things I want you to get into the habit of using is the search. And it says search for file, personal content. So earlier on, I was looking at the data strategy project, and I'm just going to press enter, and you'll see what happens is it goes off and searches for all of the times that keyword, that project was mentioned in OneDrive and SharePoint, in emails, in Teams chats, and also in the calendar. Quite powerful. You can then say, right, okay, maybe it was something that was in a Word document, and who owns the Word document, and when was it modified? Get into the habit of searching within Copilot. It's much more powerful. Next for me is an update in Teams. A really useful update, I think. Move myself out of the way. In Teams now, you'll be able to see, and if I zoom in the chat, there's this new option here, and it's called Notes. And I use this with my tutor group. So you can see here I've got the notes. And the notes that I have are things that we need to watch, common links that I use with my tutor group. So, for example, if I want to watch the CNN 10 news, it will take me out to there. So a useful feature to have notes that are attached to a particular chat. I'm sure you'll find many useful features for that. Lastly, for me, I'm just going to circle back to Diffit, because Diffit is a paid-for subscription that we use within the school. It's very powerful. A new feature has just been released called Diffit Chat. And I'm going to hand over to Vlad, the owner of Diffit, and he talked to me just for about a minute about how to use it. So Diffit is here. Now you can use natural language to create the resources that you want. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
I guess the tagline is, Diffit Chat is a tool inside of the platform that allows teachers to just say what they want and how they want to adjust their resources. And with the power of AI, just produce those materials for them. So make it way easier to get exactly what you need when you have a vision for what that is. Thing two is provide some inspiration for the kinds of things you might want to do, right? Here's a couple of options for how you could scaffold it for English learners. Do you want to add images? Do you want to add a graphic organizer? This sort of like, here's some suggestions, take or leave, I think is like really exciting, that are all very much grounded in like evidence-based pedagogy. And then thing three that I'm really pumped about is the extension of Diffit activities. If you have an idea for the kind of activity or resources you need, you just ask Diffit Chat and it's going to produce it for you.